Got another box of 2025 Topps Holiday Baseball cards, Mega Box. This will be my 30th Mega Box. Uh, I did find out the Acuna is not worth as much as I thought it was. It's worth about a half, actually. Um, there's a guy that has it right now for 120 with a buy it now and also a best offer. That's the same price though as like the the non relic cards are selling for, and this is a game used bat, so I figure this should be at least 150. And honestly, you got to figure Acuna's going to play healthy at one point, get another full season in, and I like the chances of him doing that. So it's to me, this is worth actually holding on. Um, yeah, so I'll probably hold on to this while see how he does. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to sell it right now at that price. Like I said, you figure he's got to be healthy again at some point. I don't see this as some kind of Rendon situation where he's always going to be fighting something, but you never know. I think the problem with Acuna is that he's an all-out kind of guy. He doesn't know how to throttle down. It's and it's ironic because he came out the same year as Soto, and Soto is just the opposite. Soto is so conscious of getting hurt that he throttles down at the detriment of the team. So yeah, like not stealing the base or going for the running it out and things like that. Yeah, yeah. Soto's so conscious of not getting hurt that he kind of throttles down, and like I said, and Acuna's just the opposite. Where in a situation where maybe you wish he would throttle down, he doesn't. So yeah. So hopefully maybe he can stay healthy, and I think that's a $200 card. If he has a good year, easily that's a $200 card again. I know that would have been a $200 card a couple of years ago, so but still a nice card. But I'm not so sure that I am going to get some more. We'll see. I'm thinking about it because the one thing I don't like is one of the places, I think maybe the only place that has it at retail now is quote retail is GameStop, but they're charging shipping for every box you buy. It's not even like if you buy a certain amount you get free shipping. Uh, they're charging you shipping on like $7 a box, so it's a $37 box now for at GameStop. But if you get the uh, what is it, the Plus or whatever, I forget, join their club for $25 a year. Um, then you get the free shipping after what, $54 I think it was, maybe something like that. And also, of course, you get the club discount, which is about a buck and a half, I think it was, maybe a little less. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm thinking about that. I guess I probably should go ahead and do that. But there are also people that have the cases for sale at pretty close to retail, which I wouldn't mind that either. I honestly, I would have no problem buying the boxes off eBay, the single boxes, because I don't care if they are weighed. This Acuna is a perfect example. It's Kobe Mayo on the. I think that might be my first Kobe on the ornament. Uh, that Acuna is a perfect example. If you were just weighing the boxes going for the chrome, you would skip that card because that would be heavier than a chrome. So yeah, I don't mind. I can't see why. Honestly, I think the fact that there is no like right like I mean some if you want the chrome, you can pretty much tell when there's a chrome or something like that. and then you would only get chrome. But the best cards I've been getting are not chrome. So, as a matter of fact, I've got 2 autographed relics, and if I was going for chrome, I would not have got those. So, I think that's one thing why I'm doing well on this, because there's no benefit to weighing them. So, unless you just want the chrome, which I don't know. I suppose eventually you might get a 1 of 1 or numbered to 5, which, depending on the player, would pay for a lot of boxes, that's for sure. Brenton Doyle, Cam Smith, Jackson Jobe, Bo Bichette, Dansby Swanson, Luke Keeschel, Corbin Burns, Luis Angel Acuna, and Lawrence Butler. And our snowflake is Corbin Burns, and I know I have a lot of those. Now, I haven't checked my short prints. These are considered short prints. These are short prints too. And I think they almost call these short prints too. I still haven't figured out yet what they call these, but I know they're 1 and 2 packs, so that would be a good way I could find them in the odds. They're for the mega boxes, but and I mentioned this the other day. I'm slowly figuring out this set. I think they've got 2 versions of short prints. Two one's more difficult than the other, because they called it a short print, and then the other one was a super short print. So I think that's why some of them I've been hitting a lot of them, and it made me think it's only a 25 card set. And depending if the super short prints are as tough as getting the icicle or whatever, and then the hidden elf, then I might only have 1 or 2 in either one of I don't think I got any in this stack, but 1 or 2 in the snowflake stack that might be the super short print. So I have to check those, and I think the same thing on these. I think that's what they kind of did. They made them, some of them short print, and then some of them super short print. So like you may, if you got a stack of 20, 19 of them may be the normal short print, and 1 of them will be the super. So I think that's what they're doing right now, but we'll see. But that makes sense, because I couldn't figure out why they were calling one part short print and the other super short print now. So, and I think this is considered the super short print, and maybe this, I'm not sure. So, but yeah, slowly starting to figure out. Same thing with the chrome. Whereas before I thought they did 200, like 200 of the sparkle, every card in the set, and 200 of the solid green. I don't think it's like that. I think they did 100 of the sparkle, and randomly 100, like from the whole set. And then on the solid green, it's all the other ones that they weren't in the sparkle, vice versa, whatever the case may be. I think the same thing with the blue. I don't know yet about the purple. I've only hit solid purple right now, and I kind of feel like I'm due for a purple maybe, or a low numbered one. I'm really kind of surprised I haven't hit an orange. Maybe even I think there's black 2 to 10. Is that what it is? I can't remember. I thought I saw maybe something. There's one of them to 10. I'm not sure. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm due a low numbered chrome. I'm getting pretty good at anticipating these hits. Like, I felt like we were due for a big hit. I was literally saying it as I was opening the pack practically, and we got one. Yeah, you got to figure Acuna's going to have a healthy year. I would imagine too the Braves are going to be a little extra cautious with him. They may. I wonder. If there's a consideration of DHing him. I'm sorry, I haven't been naming the names. I've been reading them in my head. Dansby Swanson, Adley Rushman, Xander Bogaerts, Tristan Casas, Heliot Ramos, Lawrence Butler. I think I said Hell. Yeah, I said Luis Angel Acuna, Corbin Burns, Luke Kershaw, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Paul Skeens on the Rookie Cup. Nice looking card. Jackson Holiday, Dylan Cease, Drew Thorpe, and our silver is Jacob Wilson. Nice one there. Yeah, I got to figure out what. I couldn't see anything in the checklist that said what the silver were, and I may have just missed it in the odds, but I looked. Let's see if we can't get a low numbered chrome. Brett Rooker, Ben Rice, and I'll tell you another thing too. And I said this the last video when I looked at that. This autograph, they've got everybody. The only two people they don't have are Judge and Ohtani, and they saved them for the high end stuff now, pretty much. Taylor Ward, Zebby Matthews, Chris Bryant, Ryan Bliss, Adal Amador, Jacob deGrom, Jordan Alvarez, and our light blue is Justin Henry Malloy. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at, I think I'll do those three, the snowflake and the two blues. I don't think I have to worry about that because I checked the codes on, well, some of them I did. But you can kind of tell those are the ones that have some kind of holiday thing on the card. Corey Seager, Zach DeCenzo, Geraldo Perdomo, Salvador Perez, Yusei Kikuchi. Oh, another relic. That's too bad. Unless it's an autograph. Dylan Cruz and Corbin Carroll on the player worn. Not game used. I don't like that card. I don't understand the point of the player worn. I really don't. Seiya Suzuki. I never forget the first time I heard of him. I'm like, oh no. And then Topps was, doing them in the blaster box where it be some kind of blaster box, one per blaster box that you got. Player worn. Oh. Marcelo Mayer, Christian Campbell, Augustin Ramirez, Cal Raleigh, Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, Clayton Kershaw, Jackson Churio, and our blue metallic is Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford on the base. I really don't like those player worn. Give me some kind of insert or something. I don't care. Just don't stop with the player worn. Willie Adames, Jordan Westberg, Nick York, Spencer Schwellenbach, Trey Turner, Jackenzie Noel, Kumar Rocker, Reese Hines, Mason Wynn, and our silver is Juan Soto. There's the man himself. Haven't sorted out another set. I should say haven't sorted out one. I sorted out a little bit. I feel pretty good that I've got another set. Um, I just figured I had this last box, I might as well open it. Haven't really decided yet if I'm going to get more or not. Um, I guess maybe it depends on when I find out about those silver and the if I got any of the short prints in any of those three um, sets, that might be worth something to worth selling, make an extra dollar there. Um, yeah, I guess it really depends on that. If this is a 200 card set, then I think I'll definitely probably buy some more. I wouldn't mind trying to put together that set. That'd be a nice one. I mean, I know even if I bought, you got to buy 40 just to get 200. Even if I bought the 40, obviously I'm not going to get the exact 200 I need. So, yeah, I would probably have to buy quite a few to even get close to completing it that way. But undoubtedly, I'll have to buy some singles. But it would be a nice fun set to put together. Yeah, I'll have to find out about these other sets. See if maybe I got a short print that might be worth a few dollars. Shea Langoliers, Aaron Judge, Keto Marte. Because I feel like right now with this Acuna, I'm even, but I don't really want to be even. I want to be more than that. So, yeah, let's see. I figured it out. It's just like probably about 1,100 with tax and everything, maybe a little more than that. And let me see. Yeah, I'd pretty much. I think I have to get that Yamamoto has to come back as a 10, and that's just to make my money back, break even. Because I think I see, but I'm gonna keep these. I think this is the worst time to sell these when they just come out because there's so many available. They're gonna be at their lowest price. Um, in some cases, it's better because interest wanes and maybe some issues with the players. But I'd rather wait a little bit. These guys are all good guys to sit on um, and wait. Like I feel like honestly, the Kurt should be a $200 card in my opinion, um, and the Shohei probably should be close to that too. Um, so if I wait on those, that's 400. What else? The Gingerbread Man. I know that's like 150. And then the Cunha, I fear at least 150 on that. So what's that? 700. And if I get the um, Yamamoto back as a 10, that puts me over. So yeah, without that Yamamoto, if that Yamamoto comes back as a 9, I probably got to sell like some of the other cards. But if I can find maybe something in here, I mean, that might be like a 50, or wouldn't even be surprised if some of them are like $100 because I've only gotten one of the, or at least as far as I know. I mean, I can't imagine. It's possible I might have missed one because the only difference on the card is the icicles, and then maybe a little more blue background. But yeah, that's all. That's the only one, and this is the only hidden elf I've hit out of all the boxes I've opened. So if there's something in those sets that's just as tough, and yeah, I mean, like I can imagine a Kurtz or a Judge or a Tani all being maybe $100 card, just like those numbered ones are. Royce Lewis, Ceddanne Rafaela, Hunter Green. So we'll see. Julio Rodriguez, Kevin Alcantara. Yeah, but I like opening these two. And another Snowflake, Lawrence Butler. Yeah, you gotta wonder if maybe some of these are like really hard to hit. If they're as hard to hit as that Jazz and the Bobby Witt Hidden Elf. The Bobby Witt Hidden Elf is a 5-card set, and they did 5 of each player. So I'm sure people, but they're actually not worth that much because of that. Even though as tough as they are to hit, they're not worth that much. Should have done different players. Luis Arias, Chase Young, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bobby Witt Jr., Spencer Strider, Nacho Alvarez, Matt Strom, Jacob Wilson, Juan Soto, and Hayden Birdsong on the silver. So I guess, I don't know. Even if I don't have anything in there, I still might buy some more. I like these. I like those chrome too. And I feel like I'm due a low numbered chrome. I think that's some of my motivation too, is that I feel like I'm due. Sandy Alcantara, Giancarlo Stanton, Adrian Del Castillo, Pete Alonso, Tyler Soderstrom, Nolan Schanuel, Byron Buxton, Matt Olson, Zach Wheeler, and our short print is Mike Trout. Yeah, I wonder maybe if they might have the same code, but even if they are considered even if there's one half of the set is super or short print and the other super short print, they might still be the same code. That's a possibility. Yeah, I'll have to look them up by the card. Jason Dominguez, Justin Henry Malloy, Evan Carter, Cole Reagans, Tomoyuki Sagano. Did I get that right one time? Chris Sale, JT Realmuto, Pete Crow Armstrong, Matt Chapman, and our last silver is Nolan Schanuel. Yeah, I got to find out about those sets. Thank you.